I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch episode 2, and at the end of episode 2, I will come back and make my final decisions. Okay, all right, I've seen episode 2. I'm going to guess where they'll end up now, and character by character with a little bit of analysis thrown in. So let's start off with our friend Dale. This is all about a power struggle, not just his sexuality, as everybody on the internet likes to rave on about. Um, anyway, Dale, he's never had power before and he doesn't know how to handle it. It's definitely, this is his like villain era, but you can still see how uncertain he is. It's very clear that Dale still has feelings for Helen. I'm thinking he should end up with her, not because it's romantic, but there's definitely like a whole codependence thing going on between them. Kay would make no sense. I think he is going to go for her, or she's definitely going to go for him. Like she's got eyes for him. He might accept this for a while because he wants to have this picture perfect life, but they'll part somehow. I do think that, to bring it about, there's got to be some kind of reconciliation with Helen in the end. I think what we're going to see in season 3 is like a follow through from season 1. Like we are going to see like patterns re-emerging. Okay, so moving on to Kay. Kay, daddy issues for sure, hence why they killed Jeff off. I mean, if they didn't kill him off, then she couldn't have had all these like, I love Dale, he's just like my dad. I don't know if she's going to relapse. My money is on maybe a mini relapse or a temptation, and then she'll get back on board. Evelyn, okay, honestly, it's really nice to see her character without Jeff. I couldn't stand her character, props to the actor. And I started to see her multidimensional side at the end of season 2 when she warned Helen about the report. So I think that Evelyn's already gotten to a point of development here, and I think as another figure, she's just going to continue to look out for Kay. She's definitely, I mean, just thinking off the top of my head, this isn't something I've written down, but I would like to see her maybe do something to like, get back at Lindsay. She might consider herself too good, but I feel like if the opportunity came her way, like someone needed a donation to pop them off, she would. Nolene, fantastic actor, honestly my favorite character. What will happen? I reckon she's going to push for a while for recognition for her work still and then give up. But she's definitely going to blow up at someone. I mean, we've kind of seen that in the shorts, but how far that's going to go, I don't know. I would love for her to kill Lindsay. Like that would make me happy, but it's not going to happen. Rob, almost a tad too one-dimensional, doesn't seem to understand Nolene's passion for job recognition. He understands her passion for the job, but not the recognition. And I think that is a product of, I mean, even today, it's like that still. But I think it's great that he trusts her instincts for naming their baby. But I'd really like to see him stick up for her again like he did in season 1. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do bring in something like that, but still it's a lot to get in to like such a short season. Okay, Dennis. Honestly, Dennis is such a bit of a coward. He feels like a Two Stooges character. I thought there was something going on in season 1 when he literally was like, what did he say? He said, pack of blackfellas nobody can understand. And it's interesting given like whatever background that his character was supposed to have. I mean, I know people like that, so I actually really liked what they did there. I thought they were going to develop something, with his identity, but they didn't. I liked seeing him in season 3 having a side piece in the first episode, and I'd like to see that develop. I'd like to see him get together with her. Like that would be cool. Even if they don't have to go into it too deeply, like just to see him have something more than being like Lindsay's like punching bag, listening bag. Just sort of voice skullduggery, looking out for himself a bit, but like never being strong enough. Like after he punched Lindsay in season 2, like going back on it and then saying sorry. Like, I mean, I'd like to see more done with that character. I'd like to see him switch sides and potentially screw over Lindsay. Okay, so we've talked about Lindsay a lot. He really has to go. I'm starting to think that Helen, because it's been implied since season 1 that something happened with him. And honestly, at this point, he's going far too much out of his way to undermine her. I would like to see him die, or at least end up in jail or out of his job. I think one of 3 of those has to happen, because otherwise he's just a pointless bully. Like his character has literally been the same this entire time. The only thing he seems to be slightly afraid of is Jean. Jean, you go girl, like yelling at the boss. I reckon she's going to leave the job or at least do something sly. Okay, Cheryl, cool side character, our makeup girl. I would love to see more with her, but I feel like they're just going to keep using her as a prop and an information giver to the story. Maybe she'll get a relationship from that last thing that happened in season 2. Jerry, the big question on Reddit. Will he return or is that chapter closed? I think they've either already tied it off, like in the last season, or there'll be a brief reappearance to clarify that little dangling carrot that they left at the end of season 2. Was it him who informed Donna, or was it his wife? Was it someone else? I'm still sticking to my wild theory that something happened off screen and somehow it was Adam. This is my theory. Okay, Tim. Will he return? Probably for a last hurrah. I know everyone wants him to get together with Dale, but that is just because they're 2 good-looking dudes. Look, it's not going to happen. I'd stake money on that. There's a higher chance of him getting together with Helen, even though he's gay, and she clearly hates him for making a move on Dale in season 1. Tim and Helen both have like these views of how they want proper news to go ahead. Like they really care about the average person, the important stories, the life-shaking things. They both don't work well in office environments, and they've both been disappointed by Dale. Like honestly, I think there's a better chance of that happening. I don't know. I think overall, like somebody is going to die. There's got to be a death, not an off-screen death that we didn't know about until the beginning of the season. I think, well, it could be an off-screen, but I think somebody's got to die in the season. And I'm kind of like, if it's not Lindsay, I actually have this feeling they might kill Tim off. Something's going to happen. I just have this feeling. Okay, what will happen with Helen? I would like to see her become an independent woman with a strong show. I think that could potentially happen. She's going to deal with her anxiety in the show, and Well, I'm calling it anxiety, but I don't know what it is. I mean, I have considered that it could be bipolar. I'm wondering if there's going to be like a misdiagnosis or something, given like what happened to her when she was younger, and we now know that she's going to go see a therapist. Um, so those are all my guesses. What I would like to see happen overall is I'd like to see all the good people form their own news crew. But ultimately, I think we're going to see Dale hopefully resolve his character and come back to being the nice person he is. I think something got to happen to make him turn. And I'd like to see Helen. I'm pretty sure she's not going to resolve her issues, but she's going to get to a point where she's working on them. And hopefully we'll maybe have a different job, or at least a new CEO. So let's see what happens. That probably won't come out till everybody has already watched all the seasons. I mean, till everyone's already watched all the episodes. So really, this is just a little me tooting my own horn if I'm right.